I ditched nursing to try my hand at secretarial college, happening to miss by a year the commencement of the war, where, as a nurse, I might have met with more dramatic ailments. I soon decided typing was the pits. I abandoned the course, relinquishing the dream that it would somehow open a door into journalism. At my dad's urging, impertinently backed by my younger brother Kenneth, I enrolled in Teachers' College. My father and brother agreed the family know-it-all should have a pulpit from which to preach. Despite my patchy history, I was immediately accepted. The war was in its infancy, and though it was anticipated that the Krauts would be expediently dealt with, conscription meant staff were in short supply. I earned my qualification and made it as far as a classroom full of jug-eared, pasty-faced 10-year-olds before a happening on a tram rerouted me down yet another career path. The couple sat across from me, a bullish man with a pale, knobbed head and bright, devious eyes, and a woman with an unexceptional face masked by the serene countenance of the unflappable. I noticed that he intentionally thumped into his partner with every jolt and judder of the tram. She elbowed him roughly back. There was something childish and brutal about the routine that seemed pleasing to them both. The man caught me watching and gave a wink. I fancied thrusting my funny bone into his ribcage too. Then I spotted the handcuffs he wore, bridging the crevasse between his knees, where his elbows rested. The tram shuddered to a halt outside the police station. The woman, in a belted olive knit dress with pleated skirt, jerked the prisoner to his feet. Passengers skimmed their shoes in under their benches to permit them access down the aisle. It was a revelation. Not the fact of a woman apprehending a man, but the respect that her actions inspired. I had found my calling. The police force was the perfect fit for my high ideals. Any grandiose illusions I might have entertained concerning my choice of career were scorched on the first day of training. It was drummed home to the handful of new recruits that women police were essentially high-level social workers. The principal went on to impress the importance of our work, how crucial we were in supporting Adelaide's underprivileged. In spite of my misgivings, it would have felt despicable to welch out after that. Chapter 2. I had a knack for patrolling the beaches. I knew how to strike just the right balance of joviality and authority with the offenders I encountered. I usually referred to the conditions. Surely it would be warmer, cooler, perhaps more comfortable to take the liaison indoors. Very casual, very charming. I aimed my torch at the sand so that embarrassed lovers could locate their shoes, and sometimes clothes, while still maintaining a degree of anonymity. The couples were generally agreeable, excepting they'd been caught out. A juvie was a different kettle of fish. If the lass looked underage, then I became stern, almost threatening. I'd ask to see the man's identification and slip it inside my handbag for safekeeping, then escort them both to the station. The man would be charged, and the minor returned to her parents. I'm not in the business of penalising naive or needy girls. Gwen took the job of upholding the moral virtue of Adelaide rather more seriously than I. She was partial to ambush, and would flash her torch beam into lovers' startled faces, blinding them for as long as was necessary for them to presume their image had been committed to her memory. She never missed an opportunity for sermonising about respectability and licentiousness. No one was better at taking down a felon than Eunice. The 60-year-old had brought men twice her size to their knees in 3 jiu-jitsu moves, defensive combat being an important part of our training. With her brown felt cloche still in place, Eunice was a drawcard for night patrols. We could all breathe a little easier with her by our side. I was with Fiona on the night we saw the unknown man. Fiona was a good officer.